Hi guys, so today we're going to be making a self-portrait, which is a picture of ourselves, and we're going to be adding some texture through crazy hair. So the first thing I want to do is I want to draw my self-portrait, and I really want to use my best craftsmanship on this and make sure that all of my facial parts are in the right places on my head. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm of course starting with pencil, and then I'm going to go over an outline and color later. So I'm starting with a little U shape towards the lower half of my paper. And this is going to be the neck of like my t-shirt. Now, of course, if you want to add some fancy clothing, you can customize this as much as you want to. But the easiest way to start is with something super simple. So I started with a U shape right here. I might make mine a little bigger actually. Good thing I'm using a pencil and can erase. And then I'm gonna draw my shoulders coming down from that U shape in the middle. So that's my body. Then I need a neck because our head doesn't sit right on top of our shoulders. We all have necks. So I'm gonna draw my neck coming up like this. And then I need a big oval for my head. And you wanna make sure that you're filling your space really well. I'm gonna draw an oval shape for my head, and really our heads are more egg-shaped than they are oval. So they're a little bit fatter at the top, and then they come in at the bottom a little bit, just like an egg shape, like that, okay? All right, so now if you're trying to be really precise with where your facial features are, like your eyes and mouth and nose, I typically teach my students to divide up their face with some really light lines. So I'm gonna draw a really light line down the center of my face. I'm gonna draw a really light line going through the middle of that space right here. So now I have a letter T in the middle of my face. And then I'm gonna draw one halfway in between this line and my chin, one more line. All right, so there's all my lines, and this is gonna kind of help guide where my eyes and my nose and my mouth need to go, all right? So for my eyes, I'm gonna give myself the little black dot in the middle that lets us see, and then I have a circle around that for the colored part of our eye. And then our eyes are actually not shaped like circles. They're shaped a little bit like a football or an almond. So I'm gonna draw kind of a football shape around my eyes. Now I have eyes that look like eyes, okay? Now for my nose, I think I will just go really simple. My nose is going to be right here on this line. This tells me where my nose should be. And you can draw your nose a couple of different ways. You can do it just a little bump like I did. You can do an L shape. You can draw nostrils, whatever you want your nose to look like. Now for the mouth, we don't just have smiley mouths like this. If we had no lips, we would look a little bit funny and our food would fall out while we were chewing. So we need lips, but I always start with a smile. So my mouth is gonna go kind of right below my nose like this. I'm gonna draw a big wide smile on myself. And then how I draw lips is I drew a little U shape right here up above my smile line. It looks like a tiny little mustache right now, but we're gonna turn it into our lip. That's kind of the dip in the top of our lip. And then you just connect your U to the sides of your smile, and then you need another line down here for your bottom lip, okay? So now I have lips, eyes, and a nose. I also need eyebrows. I need some eyelashes. Even boys have eyelashes. They help protect our eye. And then I need ears. And this line is going to tell me where I need to draw my ears, because if you put your finger at the corner of your eye and drag it outwards on your face, eventually you're going to hit the top of your ear because those two things line up. So I'm going to give myself 2 ears. And then that's really all I need to do for my face drawing today, because my hair, I don't have to draw. I'm going to be adding it using strips of paper. So if you don't have construction paper at home, that's totally okay. I don't have construction paper at home either, but you could always color on a white piece of paper and then cut that into strips. You could use some already colorful recycled paper like newspapers or magazines. Those always make really fun paper strips. All right, so You can add texture to your paper strips in a couple of different ways. So I'll show you just a few today, but you might want to experiment with what kind of texture you can get your paper strips to have. Okay, so the first one's kind of easy. It's like a zigzag fold. So I'm going to fold a little part of it back this way. Then I'm going to flip it over and flip that part back this way. Maybe you guys have accordion folded a paper before or made a paper fan. This is kind of the same way. So I'm just folding it back and forth all the way down my paper strip. And then I'm left with a really cool zigzag line that would be fun to attach to the top of my head. You could also do kind of a wavy line by bending it between your fingers. So I'm going to bend it like this, and then like this, and then like this. And you kind of have to be a little bit rough with the paper to get it to hold its wavy shape. But then when you let go, you can kind of adjust your paper into a wavy shape. You could also make a curl. I love using a pencil for this. So if you have a pencil, you can wrap your paper around the pencil like this. And then when I undo it, it's going to be curly at the end. So I'm also, as I'm wrapping, I'm kind of pinching the paper to give it that curled shape. And then when I undo it, I'm left with a really awesome curly cue. So those are a few different ways that you could fold your paper strips, and then you're going to be gluing those around the top of your head. If I were you guys, I would go ahead and color in my face with something first, and then I would go in and glue the paper strips on top for my hair. So make sure when you're coloring in your face, you can use markers, colored pencils, crayons, paint, but we're using our best craftsmanship, and we're really making sure that we're coloring carefully, we're trying our best, and we're filling in our whole paper with color. We can't wait to see how you guys' crazy textured hair portraits come out. Again, don't forget, if you give this project a try, please share it with us. We love seeing what you guys make. Have a great week. Bye.